Hi, my name is Monsterboy Roc, and welcome to the show. Before we get started with today's video, I want to tell you about a friend of mine over on Instagram. We've been friends for quite a while, and I may have mentioned her here on Drawing with Monsterboy Roc before, but in case I haven't, I'll tell you a little bit about her. Her name is Havelah McLatt. Now, Havelah is an artist, but mostly an author, and she has self-published 3 ebooks. 2 of them under her Mini Tales Fairies series, and the third one called The Promise. And the reason I bring her up in this video is actually for 3 reasons. The first one being, Havelah and I collaborated on 2 stories featuring my characters, Wilma the Witch and her pet cat, Carl. Indeed. Havelah wrote 2 stories, that's right, 2 stories that featured those characters. And they're both under a special series of Wilma and Carl comics I call Wilma and Carl Storybook Comics. See, I've wrote and illustrated several Wilma and Carl comics for challenges, but Havelah decided she wanted to take a crack at writing these characters because she loved them so much. And the 2 stories we collaborated on together, in which she wrote the story and I illustrated the story, were Carl Finds a Home, which I put up back in January, and Fireflies in the Night, which I put up back in June. Now, if you want to find both of those comics, you can find them on all 3 of my major websites, but you can also find them on Wilma and Carl's Instagram page, Wilma and Carl Comics. Now, the second reason I'm bringing up Havelah in this video is that she runs a website called HavelahMcLatt.com. And on there, she shows off her art, talks a little bit about herself, but also has a blog where she interviews writers. And not too long ago, she actually interviewed me in a page called Creativity in Comics with Rocco DeCarlo, in which I talked to her about my art and my inspirations and my hobbies and everything. And if you want to read that, I'm going to have that in the description down below as well. Now, for the third reason I'm talking about her in this video, which is actually part of the first reason, Havelah and I are collaborating on a 3rd Wilma and Carl storybook comic, and it's going to be called A Christmas Exchange. That's right, a Wilma and Carl Christmas story! And it's going to be up on Christmas Eve, both on my main Instagram and of course my Facebook and Twitter, and also on the Wilma and Carl Comics Instagram. In today's video, I am going to draw something very special that is related to A Christmas Exchange. In A Christmas Exchange, I am going to be introducing Wilma's extended family. Her mom, her dad, her aunts and uncles, and her cousins. All of which are going to be in this story. So, I decided to do something very special and do a family portrait of Wilma and her family, as well as Carl, in one big special drawing. Right here, right now, on Drawing with Monsterboy Roc, yes. So, without further ado, let's get started. First, I got my ink-seeking prevention paper right here that I am going to place under the piece of paper that I'm going to be drawing on, just like this. Now, let's get out a Mincho pigment liner pen to draw the outline with. I'll pick this one. There we go. I'll close this up and put it over here. Alright, now I'll open this up and we can get started drawing the outline. There we go. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started, shall we? First, I'm going to draw Carl with a nice Christmassy color on him. Then I'm going to draw Wilma in her Christmassy outfit. Now I'm going to draw Wilma's cousins, all 4 of them. Now I'm going to draw Wilma's mother and her father. Then I'm going to draw one of her aunts and one of her uncles Now I'm going to draw her other aunt. And her other uncle. Now I'll draw the backdrop with a Christmas tree, the floor, and a little bit of the cauldron. Well, the drawing is complete, so I'm going to take it out of the sketchbook and put the sketchbook to the side. There we go. And now I shall take this drawing, scan it into my computer, and color it digitally using Clip Studio Paint Pro. So let's go. Alright, it's all ready to color, and I think I am going to start by coloring in Carl and his color. And now I'll color in Wilma and her dress. Oh, and her headband as well. There we go. Next, I'm going to color all of Wilma's little cousins. I'm going to start with this first cousin. Now I'll color in the second one. Now the third. And now the very last cousin. There we go. Now I'm going to color in Wilma's parents, starting with her mom. There we go. Now I'll color in her dad. Okay. Now I'm going to color Wilma's aunt and uncle, the father and mother of these two of Wilma's cousins. I'll start by coloring in the aunt. Now I'll color in the uncle. Alright. Finally, I will color in her other aunt and uncle. I'll start with the uncle. And now I'll color in the aunt. Alright. The characters are all colored, but now let's color in the backdrop, starting with the Christmas tree. And all the ornaments. And I'll also add in some lights using an airbrush to make it look all lit up and everything. Alright, now I'll color in the wall and the floor. And finally, I'll color in the cauldron. And I'll add some steam coming out of it. Finally, I shall sign my name. Okay. Well, here it is, folks. The finished drawing of Wilma's Christmas family portrait. With all of her family, including little Carl. And there you have it, my friends. A family portrait of Wilma, Carl, and their extended family. I hope you all enjoyed this video today, because I had a lot of fun making it myself. And if you want to see that drawing, as well as many other drawings with these characters, then all you have to do is go on to Instagram.com/TheSecretBeautyDrawings, Facebook.com/TheSecretBeautyDrawing, or Twitter.com/SecretBeautyArt. The links to all three of those websites will be in the description down below, as well as the links to the interview, and also Wilma and Carl's comic page. And don't forget that a Christmas exchange, a Wilma and Carl story, will be uploaded on Christmas Eve over on my main Instagram, my Wilma and Carl Comics Instagram, and Facebook and Twitter as well. In the meantime, though, if you missed out on the last Drawing with Monsterboy Roc video, the link to that will be in the description down below as well. Don't forget to subscribe so you'll be notified for whenever I make a Drawing with Monsterboy Roc video. And speaking of Drawing with Monsterboy Roc, I have a playlist called Drawing with Monsterboy Roc, in which I have all of my episodes from latest to oldest uploaded there. Well, that wraps up today's video, everybody. So thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a very, very nice day. Take care now.